Hello everyone, this is Clausius, and I'm back with another kind of Go video. It's not really Go directly, but it's more like a devlog or developer's log update for the Go Club simulator. And I wanted to show you guys some of the graphics that I'm wanting to add to the Go Club simulator, so GCS. So here it is. And there's my little goblins that I'm working on and learning how to resize, how to retexture, like how to recolor and everything else. And this is kind of the player character demo I got right here. This is actually a modular character, and what that means is you can actually have a lot of different uh, parts to them. So, like for example, let's just get a facial hair. I can actually adjust facial hair, mustache. So this is actually a modular character that I'm wanting to implement where you can customize your own character and basically improve the graphics of not just the players, but ignore that. Animation, it's still work in progress. But basically the players and the creatures and stuff. This is kind of what I'm wanting to add. This is basically a testing stage that I have with a lot of stuff in it to try and run around and test the different looks of things, the different feels of things. Um, yeah, and then there's some houses over here that I'm looking at. And yeah, so this is the graphics that I'm wanting to add to the Go Club simulator. So let me talk a little bit about the direction of the simulator. So I originally was making a Go server, and I know the pandemic hit and a lot of Go clubs couldn't meet anymore. So what I instead did was I reworked the server. Give us something to look at. I reworked the server. Well, this is actually a bad direction. I picked a bad direction. I reworked the server in order to pretty much make it so people could play and meet with their Go Club online. So the goal of it was to let people have that Go Club feeling where they can meet up with their friends and talk to their friends and play Go together and do that together online. And I think I accomplished that. I accomplished that, at least the bare bones of that, and was able to create it and sort of get it out and release it in order to get that to everyone, to let everyone be able to at least have some sort of Go Club experience, even if they couldn't meet in person. Hopefully they could play together online. Now, I have received a lot of positive feedback on this, and this is kind of me wanting to improve it. So these are the graphics that I'm wanting to add to it, whereas before it was just like some default graphics that I threw together that aren't even a theme or anything else. And so I decided that I wanted to do a fantasy theme because I thought not only does that look good, and I already had some knowledge about where I could access such a theme. I could also put a lot of stuff together, and this is low poly, which means hopefully it won't be too graphics intensive. And then pretty much add that and make that sort of the feel that I wanted to go for the Go Club simulator for the graphics for the future. Now, I kind of have this sort of vision for the Go Club simulator right now, and the vision is to not just to remake a Go server like other Go servers. I actually want to implement, and this I'm actually going to have to get help with, either from some people I'm talking to, or if you guys want to help with this, I would be really grateful for it. But I'm actually wanting to access OGS API and IGS API so that way you can use these graphics and use this Go Club simulator program to actually play on two other servers and basically use your accounts from those servers to log on and play with your friends or play on those servers. So I will probably let the rating system and the ranked system, where you can play 1v1 ranked, let that be handled by other servers so I'm not sort of reinventing the wheel, and focus my efforts on other factors that I can add to the online Go community, such as 3D graphics like this, and also some more different experiences. I'm actually really interested in exploring the options that I can create and seeing what I can do with the game of Go and how many different genres and stuff and how many different features I can apply it to. So right now I have the Go Club Simulator, and I want to really kind of expand that a little bit, or better that a little bit by implementing like rooms where you have room admins. And then those admins can set rules of the boards, like it's a territory rule where 1v1, so that way 2 players can come sit at the table and play each other with normal rules. And it's just kind of like Go Club, but a little bit more automated, so it's easier for you to utilize it. I know there's a lot of people saying that they didn't like having to pick up the stones, they wanted to keep track of captures, and that all that stuff is fine and cool. And I didn't implement that at first because it was a really rushed project to just get it out to everyone. But now that I'm not rushing per se, now that something's already out there, I kind of want to take my time and implement a bunch of stuff, one thing at a time, but eventually get a lot of stuff out there. And kind of the direction I want to take it is I want to take the Go Club simulator to have the Go Club experience, but each board, each of the Go bonds, and what I mean by that is actually prefab. I don't know if you know how Unity works, but basically I have a prefab folder with nope, that's the demos. Let me go here. What a prefab is basically an object that I can use over and over again. So let's go to my resources, and then I have my Go bond. So let's say I want to drag my Go bond in here. Let's go ahead and turn this off so it's not loading everything. So let's say I want to drag a Go bond in here, right? If I can, let's try dragging it right here. There we go. And put this at 0, 0, 0, blah, blah, blah. And you can see it's a really tiny Go bond right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's super, super small. So let's not make it a child. So this object is actually reusable. And let's make it scale 1, 1, 1. Right, and double click on it. Double click on it. Oh, I'm in the game view. Double click on it. There we go. And you can see this is the cube object that I have. So I want that to be actually 0.25. And this is basically what the Go bond is. This is what is already in the Go Club simulator, where it has the 2 seats. It has the wooden board, and then it draws the line when the game starts. It draws the line depending on what you set. And let's see, the Go bond manager script. Depending on what size you set is how many lines it'll draw. So it actually can draw and redraw. So that way, if you create a Go bond and set the lines to like 9 or 13 or 21 or whatever, it'll draw those lines. And that's probably something I can show in another video. And if you guys want to see that, let me know. Want to see how I made this board, let me know. I'm happy to share that. Maybe some other developers can do some more stuff with it and do their own thing, and that would be really cool. I'm happy to share 98% of what I have. I'm happy to share, but there's a few things I don't want to share, like some sort of connection codes and stuff like that. But what I was trying to get at by showing this is, because it's a prefab and because it's kind of like this where I can resize it and set it an ID and set the colors, I can set the rules and I can set the liberties, and all the scripts are pretty much on this object. All of the functionality is on this object. And because of that, I'm able to spawn multiple copies of it and utilize it in various ways. So for the Go Club simulator, I wanted to where an admin, like let's say a room admin, can go up to these boards and set the rules of the board to say it's one color go, blind go, regular go, capture go, ren go, simul, anything, right? And I want that to be, or a demo board. I think right now it's kind of a demo, but just with no rules or anything. But basically a demo board or just free play, so we can just play stones and pick them up, play 5 in a row, whatever you want. So I kind of want to have that functionality set into the Go board, so that way a room admin can come and set those settings, and then other people can utilize that board in the room without too much interference from the admins. That once they can load a certain amount of boards and say, okay, these boards are this size and these rules, these boards are this size and these rules, and that's kind of the direction I want to take the rooms and for the Go Club simulator. But in addition to that, if we go over here to my little green characters, these are actually, this is me trying to see how close I can get to a goblin. And this was also a good test to see if I could resize muscles and arms and body shapes. And this is like the default, where I just put on some different armor, colored him green, and then resized his body basically to see if the animations and stuff still worked. So when I click play, you'll see the animations actually work, as long as I don't get any errors because I have a Go bond. So the idea actually, see, yeah, you can see his arms are down, and he's waving up and down. That was me testing this. So the idea of making these goblins is actually in line with another direction that I'm wanting to try out, which is sort of a campaign mode or a story mode where you play an RPG sort of setting. And right now, the vision for that is you utilize Go problems, or you do Go solve Go problems to accomplish tasks in the RPG. The goal of this RPG is to pretty much give you a fun adventure to play while solving Go problems. So yeah, I think Go problems are a big part of learning, and you need to solve tons of them. But why can't we do something a little extra? Why can't we play an RPG while solving Go problems? Why can't we do this extra stuff while also studying the game? So this is sort of a trial to not just create a Go server where you play ranked games, which I need the OGS API and the IGS API connection for, which I do need help with that, by the way. Um, but not just to play ranked games or to meet with your Go Club and do normal stuff. I actually wanted to see how much I could expand on it. This is more of a free reign, and because I'm making this myself and I don't really have anyone else with me, I can pretty much go whatever direction I want and just try a bunch of different things and see what people like, see what people don't like. Maybe some people like this, maybe some people won't, and that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of having fun creating stuff for the Go world. This is kind of combining my two interests of Go and coding, and I have another interest of StarCraft too, if anyone's interested in that. But also, I'm kind of like combining interests just to have fun and see what I can come up with. And so this idea of fighting monsters, the way I'm visioning this, and this is me actually talking with my wife. My wife's really helped me come up with some ideas for this. Is when your character walks into a range of a monster, like let's say you go into a dungeon or something, you walk to a range of a monster, sort of a go board will spawn in between them, and then the go board will have life and death setting to where you can solve Sumego. And the idea is you solve Sumego, whether it's not just life and death, but like other several types of problems. Like different creatures might give different types of problems, and you solve those go problems in order to deal damage to the monster. And then you might collect items, and you'll have like maybe 10 seconds or 15 seconds. I have to balance that, and you'll have a certain amount of time to solve that problem. And if you don't solve it, then maybe you'll miss, and then the goblin will try to hit you and deal you some damage. Or the monster will try to hit you, deal you some damage, and then you try to solve a go problem to deal damage. And depending on what you have equipped, you'll do certain types of damage and certain amounts of damage. And then maybe you want to use magic. And I was thinking for magic, you have the same amount of time to solve the problem, but multiple problems will pop up on the board, and you have to solve all, like maybe 3 problems in 15 seconds or 4 problems in 15 seconds to cast a big spell and use spells to blast them or something. And it's not like the greatest RPG ever, but it's something new, something different, something fun that we can explore while also improving our Go skill. So just some new sort of thing that I think would be very exciting to try out. And there's a lot of inspiration from several different directions that I'm kind of taking to create this. And then I was also in the car in the car with my wife, and she and I were talking and stuff and talking about what we can do with this. And I'm really excited to see what I can come up with, and not just me, but like I guess we can come up with, because I'm also taking in feedback like on my itch.io, Discord, and then YouTube comments as well. A lot of people like throw out ideas, and some things I use, some things I don't, or some things actually inspire me to do something else. And there's so many different things I'm very excited to try to see if I can implement. And right now, it's just going to be a bunch of prototypes to see what works, what doesn't, what's fun to play, what's not. And so it'll be a bunch of prototypes starting out. And I'm really excited to see what I can do with not just the Go Club simulator, to where I have the Go Club simulator. We can meet with your Go Club, maybe even have a demo board, which is another thing I'm thinking about. But also have like a campaign mode, and still like the ranked mode where you can go play it. Like you can utilize the 3D Gobon, which I'll show you what that looks like. Let me go to my scenes and game scene, save, and utilize these Gobons to actually play on other servers. And then maybe you can have like custom voices and stuff. So like in here, when you click play, the Gobons will spawn, and because they're objects, I can duplicate them, I can resize them, I can move them, I can do all kinds of stuff in here. Let me unpause that. There's a lot of errors because I'm not connected to the network and blah blah blah. Looks like it won't load because I'm not connected to the network, so I won't be able to show you that. But there's so much that I'm excited to try to do, to just see if I can do and see what myself and the Go community can come up with. And rather than, like I said, rather than reinventing the wheel, I kind of want to go along with different servers working together, like different projects working together. Like maybe one day, which maybe I should try to reach out to the GoKibitz guy, gokibitz.com. I love that site. And then there's also Zibaruk, where you can play Leela. I love that site too. And OGS, I love that site. IGS, I love that site. Taijum, I love that site. Why can we not have stuff that works together? Why can we not have a program that accesses multiple programs? So the guys at OGS, they create a fantastic server. Well, I want to create something different, but I also want it to work together with their server, and they have APIs that can be done. So we have these 3D graphics. I can create all these different types of graphics and different types of models. And then other people, maybe they're inspired by my project and they create their own 3D graphics, their own different models, and they also hook up to OGS API. And maybe they'll even hook up to my program somehow in the future. I don't know, right? Anything's possible. But I really want to get past this. There's which server is the best to play on. Why can't we have a program that plays on all the servers? And then the people who create the servers can manage the servers, and then the people who create the graphics can manage the graphics, and the people who create the sounds can manage the sounds, and then everything's available for everyone, and everyone's happy. I think that's a fantastic dream, but of course there's also a lot of ins and outs, so it won't be absolutely perfect. Not everything will be usable, but I'm really interested to see what we can do and what the Go community can come up with. So yeah, this is actually this is my sort of devlog project or update devlog about the direction I'm wanting to take it, which is kind of a graphics overhaul, which I needed anyway because yeah, this room looks great, but I have no other graphics to go with this room. Like it's just this room, this one thing. It's just one asset that I downloaded from the asset store. It's just one thing. I had nothing else to go with it. So as beautiful as this room is, that's all you're going to get. So I needed to get graphics packs and this low poly, I get some low poly packs, and I think that's really cool. And there's so much I have in it. I love the amount of stuff I have in it. So that's kind of the graphics overhaul direction I was going to take. And then I want to update the current Go Club simulator and then add on a sort of campaign mode where you can solve Go problems and do challenges and stuff. And then maybe even, I know a lot of people want like time trials and stuff like that. So maybe even in the campaign mode, there's like maybe mini games that you can play, or maybe in the rooms, maybe I can sort of combine the Semego challenges that I make in the campaign. Maybe I can put those in the rooms as well. So maybe a room admin can set up a board on the wall or something. Like maybe you want to have a dartboard and you have to solve Go problems to throw darts at the dartboard. And in order to get accuracy or something, or in order to score properly, you have to solve Go problems at a certain speed or whatever, right? There's so many little mini games that you could do, so many little things that you could just add some twist on. Just take from other games and take some ideas and inspiration from other fields and other games and combine those with our already existing Go stuff, and then sort of bring that together to create something unique and new that will still kind of lets you play Go, but also lets you have fun in some different ways that you didn't know you could. And I'm really excited to take this in this direction, and hopefully you guys are as well. But if you guys have feedback on this, I'm so happy to hear feedback. Like, what kind of things are you inspired by, or what ideas do you have? Maybe I use them, and I really hope you're not offended if I don't use them. But sometimes it inspires me for something else, or sometimes you'll mention things that I just didn't think about. And sometimes you'll mention things that I also want, but due to skill restrictions or other restrictions, time restrictions, or knowledge restrictions, I might not be able to implement, which I know a couple features some people have mentioned that I can't implement. But there's a lot of stuff that I think I'm very excited to work on. And I know right now some people have offered to work on this with me. And I will say I'm not against people joining and helping, but at the moment, the core stuff, like the working with the Unity project, I'm not really seeking help on that at the moment. because there's a lot. I don't really have a lot of security in it, just because there's so much that I'm trying to do, and it's still bare bones, and there's so much I don't know how to do. But there is ways that if you are a graphics designer, a sound designer, or you have your own Unity projects and stuff, you can code and stuff. There is other ways you can help if you want to. This is completely optional, and I hope you're excited about this, even if you don't want to help. Hopefully, you still find this exciting. There's other things you can do. Maybe you can make graphics assets. Maybe you can write some scripts for me to use. Or maybe you can help me set up the database, because oh my gosh, I have no idea how to do that. So if you guys want to help, I'm all for receiving some help. But for the core stuff right now, I'm not even 100% on the direction I want to take, so I don't really want to ask someone for help and then not even use what they help me with, because I don't know the direction. It's more of me making prototypes and exploring right now, and just enjoying exploring right now while I have the time to do so, and while I'm having fun with it. And I think a lot more will get done, and a lot more stuff will happen the more fun I'm having creating this for everyone, and the more people that are having fun creating this. Um, but if I don't really want to get burned out, like saying, like a bunch of people say, yeah, I have to go a certain direction, and I limit myself to just one thing. That could get really burnt out really quickly, and that's not something I want to do. So for the Go Club Simulator, of course, I want to improve that and improve features of that, but I also want to do other stuff as well, not just that. So I think this has the potential to do a lot of stuff and have a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys are excited about this as well. And I know some people are not going to like this next part, but this is kind of realistic. I do have a business model in mind, and I would like some feedback on this to see if this sounds good or not. So, as much as I want to release this project for everyone, I do want to try to get some compensation for the hundreds of hours that are going to go into this. Like, I've already put in more than 100, maybe 200 hours into this project over the years, just in my spare time as a hobby, right? And I'm planning to put in dozens and dozens more. And the more people that get excited about this, the more I'm probably going to do for it, and the more hours that I'm going to invest into it. And I'm not trying to make like even minimum wage, right? I'm not even trying to make like $7.25 an hour, US dollars. I'm just wanting to hopefully make eventually, like many years from now, hopefully make just some monthly compensation just for my efforts. And anyone who's ever made anything can probably relate to this. As excited as you are, and as much as you want to share it with people, you do kind of want something for it. But with that being said, I don't want to restrict it to people. I want everyone to be able to have access to it. So I'm planning to make all the core features completely free, like the ability to play Go, the ability to play Go with your friends, and set up a room and demo boards and stuff. So I'm kind of planning to make all of that free. But some of the campaign storylines, I'm thinking about charging a small fee for, and maybe some of the extra graphics, like maybe I'm planning to give some graphics for free so people can make their own characters and stuff. But maybe by unlocking the campaign and beating it, you get certain graphics. Or maybe maybe you purchase a tutorial Sumego set or something. Or maybe like we create a bunch of Sumego sets, and there's a lot for free. But maybe there's certain like tutorial sets or certain tutorial books that I might make or something like that. Just some stuff that is made for the people and is sellable, that doesn't affect the core mechanics and the core gameplay, but just add on some more luxury items, and those will be sold to pay for the running of the server, the development of the server, maybe in the very far future, staff of the server. You never know, right? And I'm wanting to know if you guys think that business model is a good business model or not as well. The idea is to have like the core mechanics, the core features, and some of the base features, and a little bit of what's the word? The graphics features, like a little bit of the textures and stuff, a little bit of the looks to be free, but the extra stuff, the more stuff, the more and more stuff, the more graphics, the high-end graphics, or maybe the extra long campaigns. Like maybe the beginner's campaign is free, but like a single-digit queue campaign or something, I don't know. just another campaign is maybe a few dollars or something, or maybe you pay like a one-time fee and you get access to everything. And that's kind of it's sort of a freemium approach, but not in the sense that I want to restrict gameplay. I really, really hate that, where you have an app that you can play for free, but you can't really do anything. You can't really accomplish anything or move anything without paying to win. I really hate that pay to win model. I want to pay for luxury. I want the model of paying for luxuries to support the server, and then you get rewarded for supporting the server. But at the same time, everyone has access to the core stuff, and you can still play the game and have fun completely for free. So that's kind of the business model I'm wanting to go for. And as much as it really bites, there is like a bare minimum that you need to make. Like, there is some bare minimum money that needs to happen for anything to become huge, right? For anything to take off. Even OGS, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but OGS tried ads, OGS tried donations. It costs money to develop stuff. It costs money to run a server. And as much as Go enthusiasts like Antioch and stuff try to make something that's free to use and everyone loves it, they deserve compensation. Like, they've made it a great server with thousands of users. They should have some sort of compensation. And I think one thing I might do is if it gets successful enough and there's enough money, I might have 10 or 20% of the proceeds of this server goes to donating to that server or that person or whatever, right? I'm not sure. When it gets to money, it starts getting really, really scary to talk about and what direction you want to do. And sometimes a lot of people will really hate you for it, right? A lot of people will really hate that you want money for hard work, right? People hate talking about money, but I would rather be upfront with that and then have the people that understand that up front and be able to talk about that and let people give me constructive feedback. Hopefully not too many complaints, but constructive feedback of how realistically we can generate money to develop the server further and maybe even help out other servers, but at the same time have all the core features free for all the people that want to enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, I want everyone to be able to enjoy my product, right? But at the same time, I do want some luxury items to say, hey, if you support this product, you can do so this way, and here's this really cool skin or character that you can have as thanks. But I'm sure I'm going to get complaints like, why do you have to charge for that character? Why do you have to charge for this campaign? Or why do you have to charge for this problem set? Why do you have to charge for this book or knowledge or lecture? I'm sure I'm going to get that. But I want to have a balance between complaints being ignored and complaints being heard. I don't want to block anyone's complaints doesn't matter or anyone's just complaining too much. And there's a fine line, especially with money and the dangerous territory of money. There's a fine line between getting compensation and charging too much and saying, hey, you can't enjoy my game unless you pay me money. I really don't want to do that. So that's why I'm asking for feedback up front, just with the brainstorming phases of the business model before I even charge anything aside from asking for donations. Before I charge anything, I'm asking for feedback now, and hopefully I can just avoid that disaster from the start before even getting a full-fledged product out there. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, donations would be greatly appreciated. It helps develop the server and stuff, but I think there's a limit to what you can expect from donations, so that's the business model I kind of came up with, and these are the graphics directions I want to take, and this is kind of the idea and vision that I have for it right now. This is completely subject to change because I'm still having a lot of fun experimenting with what I can do with the Photon Unity networking, what I can do with the Go board and how I can manipulate it and resize it. Oh, I love resizing it. I can go anywhere from 3x3 to 131 to 131. I think the realistic biggest size, I don't know, I think it was 31 by 31 before the stones became so small that it was just too hard to see. But it was so much fun to do. And maybe if you scaled the board up, maybe you could have 231 by 231 and your character walks around the board and says, I want to place it here. Who knows what you could come up with, right? You can have a lot of fun with it. And I think it would be so exciting to see just what we can do with this. And I really like the unrestriction of having my own server that I'm in complete control of. and just making it myself because I'm the freedom of it. This is one thing I love about coding, and I'm sorry if no one understands this feeling of since you made it yourself and it's your baby, you can make that baby do whatever you want. And that baby's a bad metaphor for it because making it do whatever you want, but like it's your thing that you can go any direction you want with. And that's one of the reasons I fell in love with coding is as long as you understand the core mechanics of how to make something happen, you can make it do whatever you want. And I love the idea of just building all these different mini games and mini options or different things that you can do, but also still having the core stuff. Like you can play a ranked game against people online. You can keep track of your level and improve and measure your level, measure your progress and stuff. And maybe play friends at Go Club and play with certain rules or certain comies or do that, but also still play mini games. Like maybe you want to play 5 in a row. Maybe you want to play blind Go. Maybe you want to play one color Go. Maybe you want to play darts and use Go problems as your ability to throw the dart and aim. Or maybe you want to fight monsters and you use Go problems to fight monsters. I'm just so excited to see what I can do with it and what direction we're going to take. But there's also the restriction is I have so much stuff in this thing. I have so many things in this thing. I'm going to have to delete so many demo scenes and like just look at my downloads folder. These are all downloaded, right? These are all downloads from the asset store and things I've purchased, things that are free. These are all just different downloads and stuff that I'm playing with, seeing what I can use, seeing what I don't want to use. And then I'm going to have to like clean it up to make sure it's not like a lot of data and stuff. And I will say, if you have a Walmart computer, like a $300 or less computer, I don't think it will run this, unfortunately. But with that being said, maybe I can make a spin-off eventually that can run on a small computer that just doesn't have all the high-end graphics and stuff. I say high-end poly graphics. But maybe it doesn't have all the graphics. And then maybe someday I can make an app where you can watch your friends play on your phone and stuff. And then when you get home and chat with them on the phone, but when you get home, then you log on and use your character to walk around and do everything. I don't know, there's so many things you can do with it. And I'm excited for it. But at the same time, that vision's getting a little grand, so realistically, I don't know if I'll ever get to that stage, because it would take years to get to that, right? So realistically, the average computer can run this. I believe most computers can. I've tested it on my Mac, I've tested it on my brother's computer, I've tested it on my mom's computer, tested it on this. Most computers can run it, but I have had people that have like $300 computers that can't really run it. I've tested it on my wife. I'm sort of like checking my wife's computer, but she can't run Google Chrome without lagging, honestly. So that computer won't be able to run it. So most computers and most people have access to this. If you have any computer that can run like any game, it should be able to run this. I just need to limit how much data it takes and how big it is. But yeah, now I'm getting a little off topic, I think, which I'm probably going to do in future devlog videos all the time. But hopefully you guys will bear with me and bear with my excitement. I'm really excited about this project and just having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions. If you do, if you want to talk to me about this, let me pull up Discord. You can message me on Discord. Oh crap, I'm streaming. I can't share my username. Remind me if I don't do it, remind me to put my username in the description below. But feel free to message me on Discord. Join the online Go Club. And if you want to like get involved or just, chat with me on other things, I also have another Discord, which is more of my own private Discord, which is called Classy Gaming, which I play StarCraft on. I do devlogs, I play other games, and I kind of chat with people and play with my family and stuff. I don't have a lot of people in it right now, but if you guys wanted to join and maybe play other games with me, I mean, I also have that, but the main focus is on the online Go Club Discord, and we have that Discord that's like, we're kind of building a community there that's helpful and open for everyone. And I kind of want this server to also be kind of have that feeling where it's open and welcoming for everyone and everyone can use it and every level can benefit from it. But at the same time, there's also other stuff that I'm doing as well. So yeah, this is the online Go Club Discord right here. And there's all kinds of rooms in here. Like there's the general chat, review rooms, teaching and study rooms, the servers, different server chats, links, helpful links, so like tutorial links, videos and stuff. You can advertise some stuff, like maybe you want to advertise your Go products. You have classifieds if you want to sell stuff. other Go Discords, other non-Discords, like so much in this that I'm kind of keeping open-ended to where it's still friendly and focused on Go, but like people can make friends in here and develop relationships here. And we have a couple hundred people online almost always, and I'm kind of happy this is growing and stuff. The other one I was mentioning was the Classy Gaming. This is kind of my private Discord for friends and stuff if you wanted to join this. This is me talking about my devlogs and my YouTube channel, different YouTube channels, not just Go stuff, but like StarCraft. I have a StarCraft 2 channel that's like really, really small. My StarCraft 2 channel, my Classy Dev channel that I don't do anything with. Then, of course, my Go channel. And then I just play games with like my brother and my wife and use this Discord to do so. And I'll play games with friends and stuff and maybe play StarCraft with other people or talk with other people in here. But that's like my off-topic kind of channel, and this is my dedicated Go channel. So yeah, if you guys want to know about this project, you want to learn more, you want to follow it, subscribe, follow me on Discord, follow me on itch.io. Talk to me about it. I'm happy to have a conversation about it. If you want to get involved, even if you're not a developer or artist or anything like that, just sharing this project and sharing this video and sharing the itch.io link and just telling people about it, that's a great way to support the project as well if you wanted to do that. But yeah, and if you don't like it, that's completely fine. Don't worry about it. I don't mind at all. This is just a project that I'm having fun with, and I just want to share with everyone. And if you don't want to use it, that's perfectly fine. Go use OGS, Taijom, whatever you want to use. Go play another game besides Go. It's cool, man. Have fun. But for those of you who are interested in it, feel free to follow along. And yeah, encourage me to keep releasing devlogs. I get so involved with just doing my own thing and just making it that I don't really tell everyone what I'm doing, and I really should. So encouraging me to make more devlogs is a great way to get me to make more devlogs. I know my wife kind of yells at me that I don't make enough videos and stuff. She's like, you do stuff like I have the Patreon. I teach Patreon. I run classes on Patreon. I teach students on Patreon. But I don't mention that enough on YouTube. I don't advertise that enough. I'm really bad at marketing. I really need a marketing manager if someone wants to do that. If someone wants me like to get my content and just market it for me, by all means. But yeah, this is just me having fun making more stuff for the Go community. I know I'm not playing Go, and I know a lot of people are probably getting upset that I'm not playing Go, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun just making more stuff for the Go community, having fun with Go in my own little way. Not able to meet my Go club members, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, so don't really have anything better to do. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this devlog. I apologize it's so long, but this is just me talking. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.